The National Office of Security Enforcement, NOS, is a law enforcement agency in the Grand Theft Auto series, appearing in all of the HD Universe games. NOS begin to assist the LSPD/LSSD in GTA 5 when the player has a wanted level of 3 stars and above. The NOS seal is a combination of the seals of the U.S. Department of Homeland Security and the National Security Agency. The primary design, the color scheme, the border and the eagle, is based on the Department of Homeland Security seal, while the shield and key the eagle is holding is similar to the National Security Agency seal. NOS drive more aggressively than the LSPD or the LSSD, more actively ramming into the player's vehicle. This will often result in car crashes, or the two agents hanging on the side getting knocked off the vehicle. The uniforms used by the crew during the casino heist as their disguises have NOS stamped on the back and chest, instead of police. The FIB tactical team agents seen in the mission The Wrap-Up are essentially reskin NOS agents. In fact, killing them count towards the number of NOS agents killed in the statistics. The military is not featured in GTA 4. This is believed to be because Rockstar planned on making GTA 4 realistic, unlike San Andreas over-the-top style. Although the military reappeared in GTA 5, they are not used as law enforcement or sent after the player for crimes except in the mission The Polito Score, in which at some point the army will show up. The military scene in GTA 5 appears to be a mix of the Army, Marines and Air Force, as they wear Army pattern camouflage, and they refer to themselves as both soldiers and Marines. Air Force personnel are also present and wear flight suits. In GTA Online missions, various enemy gangs and Merryweather mercenaries will use the same dialogue lines as the soldiers from single player. Their dialogue then may become strange as they regularly shout, "I'm a Marine." Despite not being law enforcement, the military in GTA 5 have very similar AI to cops and NOS, not shooting but arresting players at 1 star. It is possible to lose the wanted level by hiding in certain bunkers in the northern part of Fort Zancudo. If you effectively lose your wanted level, the soldiers may pull out a phone instead of a gun. The Los Santos Police Department is the primary law enforcement agency of the city of Los Santos, San Andreas, in GTA 5 and GTA Online. The LSPD follow a rank and hierarchy system similar to the real-world counterpart of the LAPD. Some of the LSPD officers have patches on their uniform sleeves which show their rank. The LSPD's motto, "Obey and Survive," is an obvious parody of the LAPD's motto, "To Protect and to Serve," altered to reflect the accusations against the LAPD of excessive violence. While the LSPD is not shown to enforce traffic laws in-game, it is implied they do, an example being a Weasel News radio report about police stopping a car with a dead person in it on the Del Perro freeway. An in-game news article that says a man was arrested for using his camera phone to film LSPD officers who promptly shot his dog for good measure is likely based on a real-life incident from 2013, where a man in Hawthorne, California was arrested for using his phone to film Hawthorne police officers at a crime scene, and an officer shot the man's dog after it barked and leaped at them. FIB is a law enforcement agency in the GTA series, appearing in all of the HD Universe games. FIB agents are well protected with body armor and do not lose health very quickly. Unlike the NOS, they do not rely on any specialized gear. FIB agents tend to move alone towards the player, like most LCPD officers. This contrasts with NOS behavior, where they move together as a unit. When pursuing in FIB Buffaloes, they prove to be dangerous at higher wanted levels, as they can perform drive-bys with their SMGs. FIB agents will disappear off camera when the player has no wanted level. The FIB tactical agents encountered later in the game will increase the NOS killed statistic, since they are technically reskinned NOS agents. The fact that some of the UFOs seen in GTA 5 have FIB markings is a parody of the conspiracy that the US government is hiding alien life from the public eye, and the conspiracy that the US government has been hiding secret aircraft based on UFO technology from public attention. It appears that the FIB has a rivalry with the IAA. It mirrors the real-life rivalry between the FBI and the CIA/NSA. The International Affairs Agency, IAA, is an intelligence agency featured in GTA 4, GTA 5, and GTA Online. The agency appears to be based on both the Central Intelligence Agency and the National Security Agency. The symbol of the IAA features what appears to be an eye, along with arrows that resemble missiles. This could be a reference to how the CIA is notorious for spying on people and sending drone strikes. It is confirmed that the United Liberty Paper is a front for the IAA, as the United Liberty Paper contact appears as an IAA agent and point man in GTA 5. IAA CIA agents can be seen wearing various tops of different colors. They can wear either a tucked-in polo, a jacket, or a sweater. They sometimes may wear a lanyard around their necks with an ID on it, a badge and gun holster made for a Glock on their belts, a communication device on their right ear, sometimes a police-like tool belt, and a watch on their left wrist. In the game files, the character file for the agent has CIA in the file name. According to Karen, its standard procedure is to sodomize suspects during interrogation without lube. Merryweather Security Consulting is a private military company and security contractor who appears in GTA 5 and a prominent enemy group in GTA Online. Merryweather is a mercenary group led by Don Percival and dedicated to various military operations. According to their website, Merryweather is shown to be operating around the world. Merryweather is a parody of Academy, formerly known as Blackwater and Say Services, a private military company infamous for alleged human rights violations during the Iraq War. Like Academy, Merryweather had changed its name following an incident that resulted in negative public relations. Trevor makes references to Merryweather as the New World Order's private army and part of the Illuminati. Their emblem, the owl, is also a reference to the Illuminati and the Bohemian Grove conspiracy. When listening to private conversations with LSPD officers, they discuss the possibility of Merryweather eventually replacing them as law enforcement in the city. Despite being armed in the port, when the player gains a wanted level, they start to run as if they were civilians. If standing outside, they will engage the player if provoked. GrupSex is a private security company featured in the GTA franchise since GTA 3. GrupSex is based on the British security company G4S, formerly Group 4 Securicor. As indicated by markings on the stockade, GrupSex have a partnership with the Bank of Liberty, and is licensed and authorized to use deadly force. However, their guards do not use deadly force and do not become hostile to the player in GTA 4. In GTA 5, their guards will open fire on the player if they attack one of their vehicles. GrupSex is German for Group 6, but is more likely a play on Group Sex, another of Rockstar's sexual jokes. In GTA 5, Group 6 security guards are unique from other NPCs in that they can survive headshots from weaker weapons such as the pistol. If one looks closely at the camera's sides in Prologue, they can see it is made by GrupSex. The cameras on Lester's house also have the GrupSex logo on the side. The GrupSex driver's uniform appears in both Michael and Trevor's wardrobes following completion of the big score, regardless of which approach is chosen. Bogdan's crew are a renegade group of Russian soldiers led by Bogdan in Grand Theft Auto Online as part of the Doomsday Heist update. These soldiers wear blue camouflaged fatigues with their faces concealed with balaclavas. All of them speak with a thick Russian accent. They are heavily armed, use armored vehicles, and their base of operations is a large submarine called the Ramius. Initially members of the Russian military, these soldiers went rogue and traveled to San Andreas in 2017 aboard the Ramius. Upon arrival, they immediately begin launching various attacks against the International Affairs Agency. Avon Hertz and his AI neural network Clifford run an analysis using data acquired by Lester Crest and the online protagonist to determine that it was Bogdan who had paid Merryweather Security to launch a failed assault on the IAA. Bogdan's crew is notable for being a gang in Grand Theft Auto Online that appears exclusively in missions and not in free roam. Under no circumstance can members of this group be seen outside of missions. In the mission The Doomsday Scenario, Lester finds it extremely ironic that the Russians turned out to be the good guys. In GTA 5 there is a suspicious group of FIB agents at the satellite dishes in the Grand Sonora Desert, every day from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The agents stand guard next to two FIB vehicles, while various scientists talk among themselves to the side. The agents can't be seen in the PS4, Xbox One, and PC versions of GTA 5. The scientists are still there. The scientists stop talking when the player enters the area. The FIB agents will attack the player if he stays in the area for too long, or if the player prompts a conversation with one of them. If the player tries to escape in a vehicle, a wanted level will be given, and the agents will give chase to the player in their vehicles. The agents will always spawn with pistols. The scientists, however, are passive, and will run away from the player if he attacks them. The whole scene seems very shady and could be linked to alien activity going on at Fort Zancudo. The communications may be sent between FIB agents or aliens. The satellites are a reference to the real-life SETI program. Subscribe for a chorizo.